This day 451 of Zohar, Pshat, and we're on Nun Gimel and Beis, very easy to find. The beginning of the second paragraph, Banished Adam. And it's a fascinating Zohar. Like all Zohars, of course. But in Banished, Parag Gimel, Pasuk Chav Gimel, Pasuk preceding the Pasuk we're about to discuss, it says, Vayishachei Hashem Lakim Gan Eden La'abod Adam Shalukach Misham. Baruch Hu sent Adam Gan Eden to work the land from whence he was taken. But then in Pasuk Chav Dalet it says again, Vayigorish Adam. Because Baruch Hu banished man, and Mepharshim ask, it says right previous Pasuk Shechem Gan Eden. It was Vayigorish Adam. So the Zohar has its own tack here, which is an interesting idea. We don't know who banished whom, right? But in other words, it doesn't say in this pasuk who did the gerushin. Previous pasuk it is. It says, but not here. So who did the gerushin? And then the Zohar takes it very, very far extent. First, they say, does the Kodesh Baruch Hu did it or not? Who did it? But the words have to be reversed. It's like Sasei over Darsheu. Vayigoresh es daika. The S was sent away. Now we know we're fond of quoting Ben Gurion, who wanted to do away with the word S. And it's eliminated from Hebrew language because it's superfluous. The word S is never necessary, and that's why the Chem Suni, the Chumash Gamzu was Dorish every Es Shabbatera until he got to Es Shabbatera and it was Porish, and then Rabbi Akiva, his Talmud came and said, no, it's the Rabbi Samid Chachamim. So S is superfluous, but it means from Aleph to Tov. The Maharal, I believe, somewhere says that S is a short form of the word MS. MS, of course, is the mem in the middle, but MS, S is the short of MS, and it's from A to Z. It's inclusive of everything. And so he says, Vayigorish S daika, the S was banished. The totality, the completion, the perfection of Aleph to Tov was banished. Uman gorish S. Who banished the S? Adam. Adam did it. Adam vade gorish S. Adam is the one who banished S. Ovegin dog siva shecheu Hashem. That's what the previous pasuk says. On that account, Kodesh Baruch Hu sent him out of Gan Eden. Amai v'shecheu. Why? So that begin the next pasuk is explanation to the previous pasuk. Begin the Kodesh Adam ask the Kamaran. Since Adam banished his own S, he was from Aleph to Tov. He was from Shamayim to Oretz, and that was only 100 amos, right? He was the totality of everything. He connected everything. He was connected to everything. No, it's gone. It's finished. So therefore, he was Megarish his S. He sent away his essence. He gets kicked out of Gan Eden. Powerful. Vaishkon. This is the next pasuk. Vaishkon Gan Eden. Sorry, Vashkem Gan Eden is a kruvim. Hakadosh Baruch Hu placed the dwelling in the east of Gan Eden, the kruvim. In other words, to prevent Adam from getting back into Gan Eden. Vashkem iyu ashrei lo. Again in the pasuk, it doesn't say explicitly Hakadosh Baruch Hu does it. The pasuk it says. Who put the barrier there? Not Hashem. Adam put the barrier himself there. He caused this. He closed up the roads and the pathways. And he placed dinim on the world. And he brought down Christmas from that day and beyond. And that brought down the blade of the revolving sword. Kol inen the sharion, because pay dinin al ama. So the derech explains what's because pay dinin but take of the din, the strength of the din. Sheitan lem reshusli ba din. They were given permission to demand judgment. Lizok olam, tossing on the world. Shall kuzpisa the shimsha. What is kuzpisa? The shimsha appears zrikas nitzot shemesh, the tossing of the spark of the sun. L'chein yikra hakela shekorim ba'zorim even kuzpisa. The catapult, the slingshot with which you so the same principle with which you toss the stone is called the kuspisa. So he caused the kus. Adam Rishon caused the kuspeidinim, the catapult, the slingshot of dinim on the world. He's having the gamis sagin, which turns many different U's, Hues, in order to take retribution of the world. L'zimnin gufrin u'l'zimnin noshin. Sometimes men and sometimes women. Okay, so the themes that we're talking about shadim here, and the shadim sometimes being masculine, sometimes feminine, sometimes male, sometimes female, but also there's Adam and Chava both sin. So sometimes the dinim come on the men and sometimes on the women. But again, it sounds like it's going not on the people who are being judged, but on the entities which are doing the judging. Sometimes it's a burning fire. And sometimes it's spirits. The lace man the kohen behu, and nobody knows exactly who can pin them down. The cholda, and all this lishmor's derech Eitzachaim. Sorry, to preserve derech Eitzachaim. They shouldn't go and mess up again like they messed up in the past. Okay, I think that's enough for today. We'll stop here for today.